Cynthia here from NB Pretty Papers, back with a In Your Pocket Tuesday layout. And as always, I absolutely love the way it turned out. Some really nice bright colours being used. So I did try to stick to red and blue or tones thereof throughout this layout, and I really like the way it comes together. So if you've been following along on my channel, you know that my project life, I've been making my photos full size. So if it's a 4x6 size pocket, that's what I print the photo out to be, or if it's a 3x4 photo, if it's a 3x4 pocket, I've been printing my photos at that size. And I decided with this one that I might go back to making them a little bit smaller. So they're still bigger than what I used to make it. So way back when I first started, I had smaller photos per pocket, so I could sort of do a lot of embellishment in each pocket. And then I decided that I quite liked the simple look of things with bigger photos, minimal embellishment. And I've been doing that for a while and really enjoying it. But at the same time, I've been watching some beautiful scrapbookers, some YouTubers, I should say, and where they do, smaller photos and some clusters on each little envelope, and I really like it. So I think this is a little bit of a compromise. So the photos are smaller, so I do manage to get a couple of layers behind each photo, so bring in some pops of colour, but they're not quite as small as what I used to have, and they're still reasonable amount. No, that's not right. I'm trying to say that it's still pretty minimal embellishment. That's what I'm trying to say. So just gone through and backed some of my 4x6 photos, and now I'm looking at this square photo that I have here. It's going to go in a pocket that is a 4x6, so I'm just trying to decide how I'm going to back it and what card I'm going to put it on. I know I'm going to use this pocket for my journaling, so whatever I back it on needs to be able to handle the journaling that I'm going to put on it. Just shoveling things around, having a look to see what I want to do. This photo here is quite light, and backing it on that blue just made it wash out, and if I tried to back it on white cardstock, once again it sort of gave it a real washed out look. So I put out some black cardstock, and I'm going to mount this one and I think one other layout on black cardstock, which gives it just enough of a break from the background paper to help it pop a little bit. Backing this one, so the photos here are of a day we went to a place called the Science Work, so it's in Melbourne, Victoria in Australia. While I was over there, we decided to head down and have a look, and it was absolutely packed with children. Oh my God. Thank God we only had one we had to keep hold of. Our son did come along with his two young girls. One's in a pram, so she's okay. And the other one is a 3-year-old, and it was nightmare trying to keep track of the two of them. So he left reasonably early, and the three of us just stayed. Thankfully Edward's 9, so he wasn't such a concern, but yes, you couldn't look left. For a moment he would have disappeared. But anyway, so the museum itself was absolutely fantastic. Just so much stuff to see and do. I think we probably spent 5 hours there maybe, and there were some things that we skipped across quite quickly, and we didn't see all the shows that you could have seen. The thing that I really liked about this particular day was that photo in the middle row on the left is a photo of Edward and my husband with virtual reality goggles on, and I did it as well. The thing that we did, or the vision that we saw, was the International Space Station, and oh my god, it was mind-blowing. It was just awesome. If you ever get a chance to do something like this, if you haven't done it before, definitely do it. I was just blown away by, I don't know, just the size of it and the prettiness of it, and it really does suck you in. You do think that you're out there. So we had to put the goggles on, and then I had some headphones, and we had to complete a mission while we were had the goggles on. I managed to take the photos because apparently I'm a NASA pro, and I got the hang of it pretty much straight away and went off and did my tasks and finished the task that I was meant to do, and had a good look around, and took fake photos and all the rest of it, and I finished, and then took my headset off and I watched the two boys who were apparently upside down, lost in space somewhere, and couldn't quite figure out how to turn themselves up the right way. So that was a little bit of a laugh, but we all really enjoyed it. What else? Now I'm just going through and deciding how I want to put a little bit of embellishment on. This bottom photo here of the skeleton on a bike, that was pretty awesome too. So he was hanging from the roof, and below him was a push bike, and you got on it and rode the push bike below, and as you rode, the skeleton was riding the bike above your head. The faster you went, the faster he went. So that was pretty good. What else is there? So the photo there up on the top right is, it's like a galaxy, and it was material that when you touched, you could create storms in the sky, and that was, so you could go along and run your hands along it and make round movements with your hands, and you'd create this sort of cyclone type of effect. That was pretty cool. The other two there in the middle row are of this big play area in the middle of it, where you could just let your kids go crazy, I guess. There was just lots of different ball pits to play with and magnet things to do. It was, once again, it was still pretty good in there. I think we probably spent a good half hour, 45 minutes in there. And the bottom one, there was the sports section where you could test your agility and all the rest of it, and this was just a display of sand surfing, I think they called it. It's like a buggy type of surfing, windsurfing across the sand. I backed a couple of the wood veneer with some of the same paper that I backed some of the photos on, just to bring that continuity throughout the page, and I'll put them on a couple of them. Then the only other embellishments I put down are wood veneer. I do put a couple of little paper strips down, but I thought I had every intentions of sort of making little clusters on some of the pages, but no, never come about. I just put the wood veneer down, scattered a few around, and I really decided that was enough. What am I doing? Oh, I'm just trying out the new fine line bottle. So I just purchased one while I was away recently. I went into a shop where they had them, so I grabbed myself one, and I've just screwed the top off and put it on the little bottle that I've been using, and just trying to figure out the tip. I see that two parts of the tips come apart, and I was just getting a bit confused about which one I was meant to unscrew. And cut away, I do my journaling. I just talk about the awesome day we had, spoke a little bit about how we did the virtual reality, which was awesome, and how I was a NASA pro and the boys were lost in space, as this little title says. I think I put another little banner up on the top where the light bulb is. So that top photo there on the left, which has the light bulb, that is not one of my photos. I actually went online and grabbed that photo off the internet, so I can't take credit for that one. The other photos are mine, but that one's not. So that's just front of the building. And I just put on a piece of paper that it was in July 2018, put it into a little banner, and I think that's all I do. I come back and show you each card. So if you're stuck with me this far, thank you very much. Make sure you jump on and check out the Crafty Maven Getaway channel and all the other ladies that put up their projects on a regular basis. Please leave me a comment if you like this one. Feel free to jump over to my channel, NB Pretty Papers, and subscribe. I'm only, 20 odd away from 500 subscribers, so I'm hoping to get there. When I do, I might give it a little bit of a giveaway, so keep your eye out for that. Here's some close-ups, and as I said, thank you very much. Everyone, have a lovely day, a lovely week, or a lovely month, and I will talk to you on the next video. Until then, have a good day. Bye.